because they have a black tank issue. It's nasty, folks. It's nasty. People need to learn not to leave the black tank valve open. Yeah, it's bad. And this is dry, hard, crusted stuff that's been in there a couple of years. So, wow, it's not a good thing. This is not a pleasant subject. I am boiling water right now. I'm pouring water down the black tank until it's full. Then I'll let it set, and I'll just have to continue to do this until it breaks up. Not good. This is the sewer to the Twinkie, and I've closed the gray tank. Hello, Miss Puffin. You want to say hi to the peeps? Nope. I closed the gray tank, and of course the black tank won't totally close. So it's either broken or it's clogged. Let me show you what I'm going to do on the inside. I bought some food coloring. So I'm going to pour some down this drain. I filled it up with water today, and bought the food coloring to see if any water was coming out or not. So that'll be my test. I think some water might be draining out. I'm not positive. Right here is my sewer for the Twinkie. So I'll be able to see if any red's coming out of that. And I've closed the gray tank just in case I forget and I, use the sink or something. And the black tank will not fully close, so either it's broken or it's clogged. So that's another test to see if any of that dye comes through there. Okay, right now I don't see anything coming out. It might be a slow trickle though. So I'll test it for a little while and see what happens. Okay, I tested, and yes, water is draining through that sewer, the black tank. I had to take that off to see if it was coming off on that end, and yes, the dye is coming through. I keep my sewer hoses in this container for the motorhome when I travel. And I remembered I had a bag of extra caps, sewer caps. And I opened this and it was full of ants. You probably still see some roaming around there. They look like those little crazy ants. So I spread a bunch of ant powder and cinnamon in there. That should take care of it. So I disconnected and drained my hose, and put the cap on there and taped it down. So I'm going to go fill it up with water, and I have some septic treatment stuff to use in there. Hopefully that'll break up the debris in my black tank. Right here is the septic system cleaner. Really it's not meant for RVs, but since mine is in such dire condition, I'm gonna go ahead and try it. So I will take this bucket right here and fill it up and fill up my black tank. Is there a spider web on my camera? Yeah, there was. No, there's something on my camera. I don't know what that is. Anyhow, I'm going to fill up my black tank and then pour some of this stuff in there. You can read it if you want to. Pause to read it. And yes, this is actually made for a septic system, so I have to be careful. I'll use a little bit. I won't use the whole container, of course. See how it breaks things up, or if it breaks things up. Okay, the black tank is full of water, and it's holding. So I'll let this sit for a little while before I put any chemicals in it, just to make sure it's not gonna leach out. I'm out of breath. Oh, man. Sorry, I've been sick. It's about 1 p.m. and the black tank does not appear to be dripping out now. So, and it's been a couple of hours, so I went ahead and put this Robic septic system cleaner in it. Filled it up earlier. We shall see how it goes. It's best to let it go for 24 hours, but I can still check on it periodically to see what's happening, see if it's working or not. I hope it is. Cross your fingers. And of course, I just poured a little bit in. I didn't pour a whole bunch because this is meant for a home septic system, not an RV. Ultimately, this did work. It took 2 weeks. I added a little bit at a time each day. I had to use a stick down the black tank hole, which was kind of gross, but I had to use a stick to kind of stir and poke and prod and break the old poo up. It was nasty, so spare you all that. Nobody needs to see that. So ultimately, though, this did work. It took about 2 weeks, but it did work. I still have to replace the valve in order to set the toilet in and use the black tank again. But just wanted to let y'all know the outcome of this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing through this video because it's not a pleasant subject. And live the life you love. Bye, y'all. It's about 1 p.m. and the sewer seems, or the black tank, blah, blah, blah.